Hello, welcome to another episode of surferbrg's Review Time. I'm your host, surferbrg, and I figured, since I got back from a trip or something, I figured you guys want more videos since I got some more subscribers, so I figured I'll just do another review just for the heck of it. So, next game I'd like to talk about is, Virtua Fighter 2. Now, this game is mostly known to be a 3D game. You know, they've released an arcade machine of the first one. It was originally also released for the Sega 32X, and they had our versions that were released for our arcade hits, and of course like Dreamcast and PS2. You got the newer version, but this one I like to review because I don't understand why they would put a 3D game release a 3D game on a 16-bit system. So you know what? Let's just give this game a try. Now, when I first saw the intro and the character select and the title and stuff, so I'm thinking, okay, this might be a real deal. But the crazy part I noticed was right when I got to the gameplay part, I don't know how to describe it, but kind of gibberish or weird. But I'll be honest with you guys in my review. But basically when I played it, I noticed the controls were kind of weird. I noticed their one major complaint, of course, in the game was, the air attacks were kind of weird. But unless you But if you want to do an air combo attack without a jump, sometimes you gotta hit a button combination. Or sometimes, some of these characters are hard, but at the beginning if you're new to the game, but if you play it several times then you'll get the hang of it. Usually the first couple characters are usually easy, but then as you progress farther in the game, the characters start ganging up on you or start beating you up like crazy. I remember even a couple of these guys, they won't even let me attack, I noticed, which was kind of weird. But I think the game was kind of okay. The graphics, I'd say the graphics kind of fair or okay for a 3D fighting game for a game that should be actually in 3D, and why waste time releasing on 16-bit. But overall, the game's kind of weird, and I do like its characters because they got some really good characters, especially the girls are kind of pretty in the game. But I just don't know what to say, but this game is really good. As far as I'm concerned, there are flaws in the game. I noticed there are parts where you could knock your opponent out of the ring, but sometimes when you knock your opponent around, sometimes you can even go out of the ring too, which is kind of funny. And I don't know what to say. I do like how they had the graphics and stuff. The graphics are kind of okay. Gameplay, the controls are kind of weird. It depends on the type of controller you use. If you use a 6-button one, you probably might have more button combination. But since I was doing this one off of a 3-button controller, it's a little different. After playing this game, oh boy. Let's just give the game a 5.0 because the graphics, I know there's some minor things they need to do or some stuff, but it depends on how the game developers made this game. But be honest, there are several other versions but I decided to review this one because this one was a 2D version when all the other versions of this game they released were in 3D. But I figured it's off the Sega Genesis, it's kind of fair. But it's kind of, during the time also game systems were experimenting with different game releases. So I just don't know what to say, but let's give the game a 6.5. Just to be fair, but I know it's got some major issues that I have, but I'm being honest with you guys. And so far, that's all I have to say. Let's give the game 6.5. And I think I know what I am going to do with this game. So follow me. Now, this is what I mean what I'm going to do.